Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and today I'm going to share with you the layouts I created while playing along with Cilla's paper pad play. I shared in another video that I was doing a different combination, which is using a paper pack and a 6.5 paper pad to create layouts. Now, I wanted to make completed layouts. Using the One Collection. Because it's something I don't usually do and I wanted to learn something and maybe my thought process would be different when buying crafty supplies, because I'm more of the SOS buyer, which is buying a selection of supplies, buying a selection of collections and then mixing them together. And I usually do that to make sure I have enough for a project, such as holiday albums. They're very mismatched because I worry about not having enough to carry through from the first layout to the last layout. This challenge to me reminds me of a challenge called OneBookJuly, and it is for the planner people because they have the same problems that us scrapbookers and paper crafters have with supplies. I will link the challenge that I'm referring to below so you can see more detail on what it's about, but I'll give you the rundown and basics and concept of it now. So the OneBookJuly concept is one book. Can be a journal, planner, like a predated planner, can be even like a group of travelers' notebooks. Such as this. It can have like multiple books in it. That is, if that's what you call one book, that's what it is. One pen, 1 month. That is the challenge. The whole idea is to go back to basics and learn what your system is to become a better planner. If you need more tools, whether you want a thicker pen, you're allowed to add. If you wanted a brush pen to write your headings, you can do that too. If you want to highlight, you can add a highlighter. Now you can either add one or you are also allowed to add a pack of something. It is up to you. You could even say pick a pack of pens in a colour palette, you know, for your headings with your brush pens. You could do that too. But it's all about the system and learning what tools you need to plan without the frills. So that's how I see this project. I've got my base, which is the collection I'm using, and I had decided that I was only going to bring in a small amount of tools just to aid with my creativity, and at the same time not detract from what my creativity is. So let me show you what tools I decided to bring in to help me create some completed layouts. My paper trimmer, my T-square, double-sided tape, my corner rounder, which is also inverted as well, scissors, I wanted to make tags. I do have a die, but it's not this size. And I also wanted to go old school with, you know, cutting the corners and also punching the holes. So I've also got a big single hole punch and a smaller one for the smaller tags. I also brought in my heart punch and my round punch. I also brought in one border die, and this one I hadn't used before, and I only used this one on all my pages. I also decided to bring in an alphabet. So this one is months, but I did use it to create titles, which you will see when I show the layouts. And that is it. So I managed to make 10 completed layouts with this 12 by 12 paper pack and 6.5 paper pad. So let me share the layouts with you. The sketches I followed for this project is from the Best of 30 Days of Sketches, which is hosted by Christy's Beautiful Life. The first one is from Series 5, Day 14, and it's designed by Page Maps. This layout's called Winter Blooms Lemons. I still have to add a date to this page. This one's Series 5, Day 23, and designed by Scrapbooking Lauren Tides Incorporated. This one's called Desert Rose. And I did complete this one later on in the set due to knowing what scraps I had to use. I didn't want to cut into 6.5 papers and then realise I needed them later on. The next sketch is Series 6, Day 13, and designed by Susanna Lee. This one's called Floods, and because I was using 6.5 papers and having them on the angle, didn't quite go all the way across. So luckily my photos are actually covering the gap, because I would say it would be like an inch gap in the middle. The next sketch is from Series 7, Day 13, and designed by Karen Gerber for Sketchabilities. And it's called Pauline English Lavender. I didn't gut the back on this, and I used the full 6.5 inch papers here and here, and I may have just only used a strip along the top and the bottom to make it look like it's a full piece of paper. The next sketch is from Series 7, Day 11, and is designed by Susan Stringfellow for Sketch Savvy. And the layout's called Beautiful Winter Sunset. Series 8, Day 18, and it is designed by Acne Kramer for Hip Kit Club. Here is my layout. It's called Jane Eyre. As you can see, I used the strips going vertically instead of horizontally. And I also decided to create a 1-inch border to give some interest to the layout. And I just added double-sided tape and washi tape at the back to finish. And to hide the seams, I just used some branding strips. Series 8, Day 19, designed by Page Maps. This one's called But First Coffee. Now, I did the exact same thing. I gutted the centre and I flipped the paper, added some double-sided tape and washi to the back to finish it off, just to give the layout some interest. And the poem I added to this layout is just from the internet, and it says, "Today is the day that will never come again. Be a blessing, be a friend, encourage someone, use your words to heal, not hurt. Take your time to care, relax, love yourself, but first coffee." This one's Series 8, Day 21, and it's designed by Susanna Lee. This one's called Winter Blooms Plums. And yes, I did the same thing again. Cut the pieces of paper, added double-sided tape and washi to the back. Then just added some flags and branding strips to finish the layout off. The next one is Series 8, Day 27, designed by Alison Davis. This one's called Brunch Time. I still have to write a date. And this one's completed. Again, I cut the 12 by 12 in half, applied double-sided tape and washi to the back to finish it off. The last layout I have is from Series 9, Day 8, designed by Susanna Lee. And this one's just called Iron Ridge Park. and the same again, pieced together at the back, secured with double-sided tape and washi. So let me show you the scraps and what I have left. This is from cutting my titles, and the letters I will probably just throw away. I'll see if I can make some words out of them, but if not, I'm happy to let these go. I think I did well to get titles for 10 layouts out of 2 6x5 squares of paper. Now this tray, I've got all the little cutter parts. This is what's left from the 12x12 paper. This is from the 6.5 papers. The full sheets I have left would be these 3. This is from the 12x12 paper. And the 6.5, and this is what's left from the die cut sheets, which I think is pretty good going. So I am going to try and do something with this, just so there's not too much little bits hanging around. I may create some base pages and see where I go from there. I also have the die cuts for this collection, so I might add them in since I'm at the end of the project now. So all in all, I think that's a great win and a great way to scrapbook. The only thing I think that I've missed on the layouts is enamel dots or gems, but that would be the only thing. I'm very happy with the layouts I created, and I would like to thank Cilla for sharing her idea, because I think it's a great way to scrapbook, and it has taught me a lot. I'm happy with what I've learned from this. I hope you enjoyed my video today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.